Hello there, and welcome back to some more Forza Horizon 5. Today I'm going to be taking a look at the newest Car Pass car, the 2017 Ferrari J50. I'm going to be taking a look at its statistics, giving you a brief rundown of its history, as well as looking at any unique modifications it may have. A reminder for Car Pass owners: to redeem Car Pass cars, simply scroll over to the Buy and Sell tab, click on Car Pass, and then you'll be able to redeem any cars you have outstanding. The 2017 Ferrari J50 is in the modern supercar class, as you might expect, and features 681 horsepower, 560 foot-pounds torque, 3,362 pounds of weight. It is S1 class 857 PI and is mid-engined rear-wheel drive. Now, those statistics may sound kind of familiar, and that's because essentially underneath the skin this is a Ferrari 488 Spider. However, it has been rebodied in this rather exquisite looking bodywork. I'll get to that in a minute. So, the Ferrari J50 is a limited run of 10 cars and is made to celebrate the 50-year anniversary of Ferrari in Japan. Now, we might not really think of Japan when it comes to Ferrari, but while I can't really find too much on the internet saying the significance of the Japanese market, I can at least look at history. There's been several special models made for the Japanese market, including the Ferrari SP1 that was featured in Gran Turismo, which was essentially a rebodied Ferrari F430 made exclusively under commission for the chairman of the Ferrari Owners Club in Japan. This kind of similar story again, 50-year anniversary of Ferrari Japan, rebodied Ferrari 488. So on a similar vein, let's talk about this body. I think this looks absolutely fantastic. From the front end especially, I'm getting a lot of Ferrari mythos, the black line going around the front panels here, sort of very Ferrari F50. I think from like this angle, this is an absolutely just astonishing looking car. One of the best looking Ferraris I think I've ever seen, actually, in all honesty. Looking at the pictures of this car when they were on about adding it to the game, I can't say I was really thinking too much of it. I was just like, oh great, another Ferrari 488, but now that I've actually got it in the flesh, especially in this blue, and I can see the sort of the styling cues of this thing, it really is awesome from the front end. It does kind of go a little bit amiss towards the rear, circular lights, kind of inspired by the Ferrari F40. It does become very modern Ferrari back here, a lot of SF90 Stradale actually back here, which would be Ferrari's later hypercar. So not quite as nice around the back, I'd say. The front end is definitely my preferred, and also from the side, I feel like this car should be a little bit longer. There was a version of a Ferrari with similar front end styling that actually was extended. I can't quite remember what it was called off the top of my head, but that is an astonishing looking vehicle as well. But yeah, this front end, I mean, I can't get enough of that front end. I just love it. So let's just quickly explode the car. You can see you get an incredible amount of storage area in the front. Of course, that's not really what this car's about. Each of the 10 J50s were customized to specific owners' tastes. I can't quite tell you which J50 this is, although obviously they've probably gone for the least outlandish J50. The car that was at the Tokyo Motor Show was blue, with a blue interior and yellow inserts in the interior, which is probably how I'd spec a J50, so Forza obviously decided not to go for that one. There was also a version of this car presented in ready bodywork with the traditional black interior. I'd imagine that's this one. There's the engine bay, 3.9 litre V8 twin turbo, of course, from the Ferrari 488, as you might expect. There is no active spoiler on this car. I was about to say I think that was an active spoiler, but it isn't. But yeah, I mean, obviously it won't be to everyone's cup of tea, and we have got a Ferrari 488 in the game. I believe they've kept the standard version. If not, we've obviously got the Stradale. But yeah, I mean, just the styling of this one, I'm quite happy it's in the game, and we have another Ferrari coming next week, which is on a similar vein as well, just a rebodied version of another Ferrari model. Anyways, now that we've got that all out of the way, let's take a brief look at its customizations, and unsurprisingly, there is no special aero kits for this car. It is just standard Forza aero for the front end, which adds a rather large splitter, and of course the rear wing is very out of place, as you might expect. In terms of engine swaps, we've got a somewhat unique engine. The 6.3 litre V12 hybrid from the Ferrari is available to be put in this car. It costs us 75,000 credits, so if you want to change it a little bit from the standard 488, that is the way you can do it. But overall, there's not too much in the way of customization for this, and I don't expect it to become any form of a leaderboard car or anything game-breaking, considering, again, it's just sort of a slightly heavier version of the Ferrari 488 because it is a Spider. But there you go, that is the J50. Maybe a little bit more opinion than fact, as these usually are, but honestly, I love the front end of this car. I think it just looks exquisite. So anyways, that's it for this Car Pass car. Make sure to join us next time when we're going to be taking a look at the next Car Pass edition, and until then, farewell.